Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the RDG Sports Channel. On today's show, we're going to cover Dan Quinn's coaching staff looking like an all-star team out there. And also, we're going to talk about the free agents. I'm not going to cover all the free agents, just going to sprinkle on a little bit of them, not too much, just touch on it real quick. And we're going to talk about why Washington won't be moving up to number one and what I think their plan is. Let's get it, baby!
Work hard and play hard and grind harder just like that. Work hard and play hard and grind hard. I'll be right back.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the RDG Sports Channel with your boy RDG. We in the building. Thank you to the people that just subscribed to my channel. I appreciate you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please do not forget to hit the notification button. Hey, I check my video analytics, and I got a lot of people that's viewing my channel that's not subscribed, which is a good thing, and I'm not complaining about that. But my subscribed people, I need you guys to tune in. If you're not hitting your notifications, if you're not getting a notification that I'm dropping a video, please make sure to hit that notification button. That's the little bell. That's the bell. You just tap it just like that, and you'll receive all the videos when I drop. Anyway, I'm nothing without you guys, like I always say. Let's talk about the new coaching staff this team has assembled. Dan Quinn has been going on a war path lately. He's assembled a bunch of teachers together. And I really like that because we need teachers. You know, we need people that knows what they're doing, got experience, and knows how to get it done to help some of these players along. Because you guys, and you've been a Commanders fan / Redskin fans for many years, and you guys are smart. We got the smartest fan base in the business, and don't let nobody tell you otherwise. You guys know that when we have players and they don't do so well here, and we get rid of those guys, and other teams pick them right up and plug them right in, all of a sudden, these people, these players, they take off like rockets. Because you know why? We didn't have teachers. But some of the players that we did have, and they excelled. You know, we had the likes of Sean McVay, the Shanahans here. You know, just to give you a rundown a few names of the coaches that we did have that was about something. They really coached those players. They taught them well, and they put them in a scheme that works for the players. That's what we need to get back to. You know, we haven't had that in a long time. You know, we had coaches that come in here and try to force them into their system. You know, that really does not work. You know what I mean? That doesn't work. That's been proven not to work. The only time that it worked is when you're teaching them well and you could plug them into your system. But if you're not teaching them well, those players, remember, we had a lot of players out there that was lost, didn't know what they was doing, lining up in the wrong spot, offside. Well, offside is not predicated to the teaching. But it kind of is. If you watch the football, if you just teach your player to watch the football, if he keep it, the defensive lineman keeps his eye on the football, he would never jump off sides. Never, ever, ever. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm talking about. Then the secondary coach that we had was abysmal. You know, I remember when we had the guy Harris. You know, Harris was pretty damn good. You know, Cameron Curl had his best years under Harris. Harris taught that guy a lot. That guy excelled his rookie season. You know, but he kind of tailed off a little bit. He had a quiet year, but it was still a productive year, but it was quiet. You know what I mean? His rookie year, he was all over the place. I thought he was the next coming. But we need to get back to really teaching these players, developing these players, you know, and keeping our own, building our own stars instead of going out here and getting other people's stars. You know what I mean? And when they come here, they don't pan out. So that's what I mean by drafting well. Get the good coaches in here that can really teach these players and develop them. And before you know it, we're a dynasty. You know what I mean? We are a dynasty if our coaching staff teach the players the right way. Teach and coach. You know? That's how you win ball games. That's how you sustain a winning team. Not giving up on a player. It only takes like at least a couple of years to develop a player to his full max. That third year, he should already be knowing how to line up, knowing what his responsibilities are, progressing, possibly being a Pro Bowl player. If you coach him right, if that player can excel and reach his potential, that player could be a Pro Bowl player within his second or third year if he's taught right. Maybe even in the first year, depending on his learning curve. So I'm ecstatic about the coaching staff. Everybody was talking about the offensive line coach, and rightfully so, because his track record says that he's just terrible. His track record says he's terrible. So that was nothing to get excited about. I seen all the news, but like I said, I've been busy and I couldn't put a video out, but now I'm putting my video out. I know I'm late, but still, I'm still going to put out this content to my subscribers, who wants to see me, who want to hear my perspective, so even if I'm late or not, my subscribers are waiting on me. So I got to please you guys. But anyway, I want to talk about some of the players, our free agency, the players that we have that's upcoming free agents, the ones who we should keep and the ones who we shouldn't keep. I'm going to go down the list. It's going to be quick. I'm not going to take all of your time. We got, starting off the list first, we got Curtis Samuel. Now, Curtis Samuel, like I said, I like Curtis Samuel. Curtis Samuel would be a good fit for a lot of teams in the NFL. But I think where we're trying to go, we need somebody a little bit more taller. He's not going to be as fast, but if he can be as fast as Curtis Samuel, that's good. We still don't have like a true 6'2", 6'3" possession wide receiver that got some good speed to him, size, physical. We need that player, and then we need that player that can do it all. We need that wide receiver that can do it all. I'm talking about punt returns. I'm talking about blocking. That he does everything. Line up in the backfield. Just like a little bit of Curtis Samuel, what Curtis Samuel was bringing, but a little bit more. You understand what I'm saying? He's all over the place. So I think we need that type of player. We're good with Terry McLaurin. But like I said, Kingsbury may not want Terry McLaurin as his number one. He may want to move Terry McLaurin to the slot, and get a true number one with size, like an Art Monk type. That's what I'm like, a Michael Irvin type. You know what I mean? A player of that magnitude. Terry McLaurin still is a vicious weapon. Don't get me wrong. Terry McLaurin's a vicious weapon, but I think we can get a little bit more with another number one wide receiver. Terry McLaurin, I think, will excel in that slot. He will be a nightmare. I mean, that can open up everything. You really can't double team Terry McLaurin, because that was the problem. Terry McLaurin could be a weapon. Just get him off that number one side. You know what I'm saying? He's easy to neutralize. And even he still was getting his man. He still got a 1,000-yard season, but he's just easier to neutralize in that number one spot. That's why I say move him around. He could play all 3, 4 positions. Just move him around. I know I spent too much time on that, but I really wanted to cover that. Kendall Fuller. He was the best thing we had last season as far as cornerback. I think we should retain Kendall Fuller for a 1-year deal, and we need his services because cornerbacks, a savvy veteran, he could teach some of the young ones that we have, that we'll be drafting. I think we should cut ties with St. Juice. I'm really not feeling St. Juice. I think we should cut ties with him. And the coach, unless he can get taught well by the coach staff and kind of work on his techniques. But if he can't work on his get his techniques together, I don't think we can use him. Next on the list, Cameron Curl. Like I said, Cameron Curl kind of had a quiet, solid year this year. But I don't think he fits what Dan Quinn's defense is all about. I don't think he fit under his scheme. So we need to move on from him. Antonio Gibson, once again, unless he's willing to take less money to stay here, I'll say move on because he's a good talent. Like I said, other teams will know how to neutralize him. He is a weapon. He is a weapon. I'm not going to take anything from Antonio Gibson, but he fumbles a lot. You know what I mean? So he fumbles a lot, and that right there alone is going to hurt him. But he still will get picked up. If we don't retain him, he still will get picked up by another team. I say Antonio Gibson, final decision. I say let him go. We got Cornelius Lucas. Let him go. That was quick. Cody Barton. Let him go. That was quick. Khaleke Hudson. I want him to stay. I want Khaleke to stay. Jeremy Reeves. Of course I want him to stay. Special teams captain. Why not? James Smith-Williams. If we can retain him as a backup like he was, yeah. Not a starter. Definitely not a starter. Casey Toohill. Yes. Retain Casey Toohill. Sadiq Charles. Yes. As a backup. As a backup, not a starter. And that's pretty much it for those guys. What I want to dive into also, I seen the report that that we're not going to move up to go. I don't know how true that is, but I seen the report. I haven't dived into it, but it's good to talk about it anyway. I seen the report that we're not going to trade up to Chicago to take the number one spot. We're not. So that leads me to believe that we probably will be drafting the next Lamar Jackson. We probably will be drafting my man, Jaden Daniels. And I'll be ecstatic. You know, because all signs point to that. I think they like Jaden Daniels. I think they banking on Chicago drafting Caleb Williams because the media is putting a lot of pressure on Chicago. Although it's totally Chicago Bears' decision. It's totally their decision. They don't have they're not even probably even listening to the media. It's their decision. But I think Chicago, what the rumor is, Chicago's asking price is a little bit too steep to trade up one spot. And we don't know if the Commanders are really high on Caleb Williams. Just because they draft Cliff Kingsbury, that's not saying a whole lot. Unless Chicago and Washington already had a little private talk and they're saying they're going to draft Jaden Daniels and we can have Caleb Williams of our choice. And that's the reason why Washington is not moving up and Chicago may be waiting for other teams to try to see if they can get a whole lot of other stuff from other teams. But I think Washington is cool on Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams. I really can't see Drake May in that spread offense, you know. Or they could be high on Penix. They could be high on him or any other of those quarterbacks, any other quarterback that's in the college draft. But I think all signs point to Jaden Daniels for us because we're not moving up. You know what I'm saying? All the naysayers are saying Chicago going to pick Caleb Williams, I'm sorry. That's what all the naysayers are saying. The experts, quote unquote. If that's the case, that's fantastic for us. We don't have to do anything. We get to keep all of our picks. What scares me is if somebody throws the house in Chicago and somebody jumps and leapfrog over us to get Jaden Daniels. That's what would scare me. If Chicago trade that number one pick to somebody like New England and they leapfrog over us and they take Jaden Daniels. Because to me, Jaden Daniels is the best quarterback in the draft. I know a lot of people saying, "Oh, Caleb, this, he's this, he's that." I don't know. No, the guy is good, but I prefer Jaden Daniels. You know, and if we're lucky enough to draft him, you guys will see why Jaden Daniels is going to be the best quarterback prospect out of the 2024 draft this season. Mark my words. Anyway, I just want to make a video, quick video for you guys. And I appreciate you guys for always tuning in and watching me. I appreciate my loyal subscribers, my day ones. I'm nothing without you guys. We on the road to 5,000. We almost there. With you guys' help. If you just tune in, if your first time tuning in, watching this video, I hope I impress you enough for you to subscribe. Send a super thanks to a guy, and I appreciate it. You guys, I'm nothing without you. Peace.